Hey, welcome to the Talk Movies podcast. I'm Drew.
I'm Cam.
And if you're a fan of flowers, very spooky cults, and I guess a main character that cries a lot, you're going to love this movie because we're talking about Midsommar. And with us, we have a very special guest, Ashanti Thomas.
Ray.
Glad to be back.
When did we have you last?
What was it? It was that skating movie.
I, Tanya.
I, Tanya.
Oh, it was I, Tanya.
Yeah.
That was like, what, more than a year ago?
Yeah.
What made you come back? What made you want to return?
Because y'all got a new setup.
We do.
Y'all on YouTube now, video.
Now we are.
Been for a minute, but yeah.
So
I want to talk about Midsommar.
Exactly. Yes, you requested to talk about this movie,
Yes,
correct?
I did.
Why?
Because I liked it a lot. Like, it's very interesting to me. It's different. And it's like my type of movie, like thriller, you know.
This
What?
is your cult.
This is your thing. This is your
what
thing.
you're
Yeah,
into?
yeah.
You're into cults?
No.
That's
I'm
too
not.
far.
I'm
That's
just
too
not
far.
into cults. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you watch this movie in theaters or did you wait till it was like on streaming services?
I didn't know. On streaming services.
Gotcha. And
Yeah.
I guess when you first watched it, what were your like initial reactions?
It was weird. I've never watched a movie like that before, ever. And I was like, is this cult like a real thing in real life? That's what I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was cool. I liked it a lot.
She wanted to join.
Yeah.
She wanted to join.
Just because of the dress.
No, not because of the dress. Like, they was doing cool stuff. Like,
So you joined it, but not because of the dress. You joined this cult, but not because of the
have you
dress.
seen the dress? Why would I just want to join a
Is
cult
that the
for a
flowery
dress?
thing? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
big-
The
Yeah.
You're not messing with
I
it?
mean, it looked cool.
Would you join it though?
Perhaps.
big.
I'd try it.
You try it.
What?
You can't just trial and error.
I can't try a cult. Nah,
Yeah, so
they're finna kill me.
Anywho.
The film stars Florence Pugh, Archie. I hate this guy. Archie Mad. I don't even care to say his last name. I hate this guy. I'll put a picture of him up.
Oh yeah,
I
he was in
hate this guy.
Saltburn, yeah.
Yeah, he was a Saltburn.
The
He was
annoying
in
guy, yeah.
Ooh,
Gra-
is that her boyfriend, Christian?
Nah, this was the light skinned guy.
Oh, yeah.
Him. Hate him
He was
and
freaking out
everything.
the whole time.
Yeah, like
Which, granted, I guess that's fair.
yeah. I just cannot get over how much I hate that guy. Him, Will Poulter.
I love him.
Who's the guy from Toy Story that looks like him?
Oh,
He was a bad.
Sid?
Yeah,
Sid?
Sid.
Sid.
Yeah, Sid. You got Jack Rayner. This guy's name is Bjorn. It's pretty cool. Bjorn Andres.
That one of the cult people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bjorn.
and William Jackson. So and it was directed by Ari Aster.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, he made. I just found out 2 minutes before we started recording. The Strange Thing About the Johnsons.
He did.
You guys know about that? Yeah.
It's quite the film.
I haven't seen it, thankfully. But he also made Hereditary, Beau Was Afraid, and Beau. So he's getting his kind of a kickstart right now. I know Beau Was Afraid was heavily talked about at the end of 2023. But what this film is about is a very, like, two people could not be more different from each other. Like, I've never seen a guy.
That's been dating for like 4 years.
I've never seen a guy hate his girlfriend so much.
I'm saying.
And it's kind of funny how bad he hates her.
Yeah.
He forgot her birthday.
After 4 years of dating, I just don't know how that
It was
happens.
horrible.
Yeah.
No, he's a horrible person.
Yeah, he's cheeks.
But you were making fun of her for crying. Like, was that not? Her parents and her sister died, and her boyfriend doesn't like her, period. And you're gonna get mad at her for crying.
her boyfriend just doesn't like her.
Doesn't like her at all.
Well, if
The way she cries is just so.
It wasn't kind of annoying.
It makes you look like. Yeah, but his friend group is going on a trip to Sweden for their thesis or something for something for school, and he doesn't tell her, and they're about to leave in 2 weeks, and then they stumble upon it in conversation, or well, the friend group talks about it around her, and then she kind of like.
Inserts herself into
Yeah,
going.
he told his friends like, "Yo, I invited her, but she's not coming." And of course, she comes, and it's one of their friends' hometowns in Sweden. So, yeah, and they have like it's a very different culture out there from this movie. A lot of
Psychedelics.
yeah. You come out of the car where you to your hut, and they present you with mushrooms off the rip. So.
Granted, I'll say that they're also in, I don't know what country they're in, but it's like only nighttime. Like
Yeah, for like 20
yeah.
minutes.
yeah.
Yeah. No, they said like it never even got dark.
It never
No,
got
it's
completely
nighttime,
dark.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's them. And the story, just a lot of bizarre things happening as the movie progresses. So I guess we can just, it was made by A24, our favorite.
Classic. I think we've talked about A24 films for the last like 7 episodes.
Yeah. My last column was about A24 movies. So yeah, that's us. So we
I think
can
mine was too.
Your last.
It Comes at Night. Yeah,
that was
A24.
A24, yeah.
Jesus,
Man,
I wore my shirt.
I'm a stan of A24, but I guess we can hop right into it. What are our opinions on Midsommar?
Movie's overrated in my opinion.
Oh,
I think it's overrated, and I think I talked to you before about movies that like have cults in them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like them that much because it just seems like it's a cult. Anything could happen because it's a cult kind of stuff. If that makes sense. So like it's, I guess in terms of like shock value, you know, like I'm not like gonna be so shocked when like I see their rituals because they're under the envelope of it being a cult. And so I feel like Ari Aster. His movies, Hereditary was good. I feel like just his movies kind of do a lot of like shock value for the sake of like shock value, if that makes sense, rather than like what it actually means. And granted, I don't know the background of the actual cult that this is based off of because I think he heavily based it off a real life cult. But I don't know. I just didn't really feel like everybody, before I watched it, everybody acted like it was like this big, like, oh my gosh, it's Midsommar. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy. But I'm just watching. I'm just kind of like, okay. I don't really relate to any of the characters that well, you know?
Yeah.
Because every dude's a douche.
Yeah.
And then she's like a good person, but it's just like by the end, sorry, I'm jumping around, but like by the end, like when she like decides to become the Queen May or whatever it is, I just don't understand how that happens in a day. Like you go from like being like very weirded out by this cult to like smiling at your boyfriend burning in a bear suit in like a weird Illuminati looking place.
She won Ring Around the Rosie.
I know, but like I played musical chairs in elementary school. I didn't.
Okay,
king
but
for
you
a
weren't
day.
under
Come
the
on.
influence. She was like under like drugs, like hardcore drugs.
I'm sure that's
That's
fun
why.
for her.
Yeah, but like,
But she didn't know what she was doing.
well, that makes it worse for me because it's like now, because like her doing that isn't like her actually doing it. It's like she's being like
Exactly.
tricked. So it's like,
Right.
where does she? What happens when the drugs wear off? Will they just keep feeding her drugs?
She's there forever.
Yeah, she's there forever. They're her. She's their May Queen. So yeah, I mean, she tried to leave. They'll
Was it
probably kill her.
May Queen? Is that
Yes,
what it
May
is? I said
Queen.
Queen May. I don't know what
Yeah,
I was
I
thinking.
May Queen.
didn't want to fix you. You were kind of spitting.
I was.
But
But yeah, that was overly negative. So I guess I'll say my positive. So I like the way it looks. I think that it's very colorful, and I think that just the like lens choices where it's like very like disorienting, especially on that scene where like it's like the long table of everyone, and just like because he just took drugs, the guy, and you could just tell something's off. So I think like the like production and everything is really really good. I just don't like cult movies. I don't know. It's just not my vibe.
I feel like this one was a tiny bit different. This might not make sense, but because it was like cultural cult, I think it's different. Cause like y'all know like the Manson family, like that was a cult, but this one like it has ties to like their history and their heritage and stuff. So I think that's what makes it a bit different.
Do you think that the like cult in the movie are like in a way justified by their actions because they kind of come and they just mess some stuff up like the Americans. They kind of like
They did.
bless you.
I'd cough, but like I don't.
Violently cough.
Excuse me. Yeah, they like he peed on a tree as soon as he got there.
Yeah.
Get your disgusting.
Like,
That's
they're
our
sacred.
MC.
He started yelling all
He's
over
like,
the place.
dude, all I have to do was take a leak. Like, hey, I couldn't even blame him for that. I probably would have did this. Like, I see a. Well, I'm not a dog. But they don't have toilets.
I
They
don't think
definitely
so.
do. I think he was just being lazy.
Yeah, he was one of those.
In the middle of the woods.
But yeah, it was.
Justifiable? No.
Well, because
I
they
don't think
steal.
so.
Or the guy breaks into their little like library thing and
Right.
starts looking at that. But by then they already killed Will Poulter because of what he did, and they like skinned him and then put his.
Yeah, they
They-
killed Simon.
they go
Connie.
crazy.
They go
Yeah.
crazy on him for some. Like he gets the
'Cause
worst out of
he-
It
anybody.
was the sacred tree.
He was a
like,
jerk. Yeah.
Well, don't they? I guess spoiler. Don't they like cut his like everything like his legs off and like they because by the end when they put all of them in there, he's just like.
Yeah.
I'm like God. I'm like poor guy.
Yeah, that was gruesome.
I was kind of pushing for him because I feel like out of everybody, he was just kind of the guy who was just chilling. Like he wasn't there for a thesis. He wasn't there
That is true.
to make sure his girlfriend wasn't cheating on him like Florence Pugh's character. I feel like was.
You think she was cheating? You think?
I think
Oh,
she went because she
yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just felt like she inserted herself into the thing, which granted her family did. They like weirdly die.
Yeah, I never understood how they died.
It was the gas or the
fumes from the car. No, it wasn't from a car because they weren't in the garage.
They were in the house.
Wasn't the
She had
the
that
sister
tape over her
Yeah.
Yeah,
mouth.
but what about the parent? Was it like they left the stove, like just gas filled the house or something?
Something like that, I think.
I know the sister had the tube, but I don't know about the parent. 'Cause they were just sitting on the couch.
Yes. I don't know the specifics of it because it was extremely dark when it happened. I could not really make out what was going on. But no, I don't know. What do you guys think of the acting?
I'll say.
I thought it was decent. I thought it was good. I thought Florence Pugh did obviously the best out of anybody.
Definitely. I was gonna say that.
But I don't know. Everyone else kind of just felt so forgettable to me.
Nah, I like. Well, I'll say my opinion first. I never like.
Oh, sorry.
I wish I could bless you. I wish I could watch it again for the first time because this wasn't my first. This is probably like my fourth time seeing it. To be
Really?
honest.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could see this again for the first time. It was really. It is really bizarre though, like because you don't spend time with the other characters, the cult people, to like get a glimpse. So you're kind of just new to everything with them.
Mm-hmm.
So like when the people jump off the cliff, or when they fall off the cliff, you know. Sometimes you'll like spend time with the other side just to like I don't get an understanding of how it happens, why it happens, when it happened, the heritage or this history behind it. But none of that happens. You don't get to know anyone really. You just know. You actually get like 2 minutes with with the other people, and they're just introducing you to something that like the guy that was telling about what's her name, Inge.
Oh
INGE.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just tell you like, hey, she's able to have sex at this point. So, stuff like that.
I do think that there's something because I remember the what's his name, Christian? Is he the boyfriend's name?
Boyfriend,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he brings up a good point. Like after like they jump off that cliff and they like just like hit him over the head is like it's just like a cultural thing, I guess. Because he says in a line, I can't remember. It's like about like nursing homes where he's like, oh, they probably find it weird that we put. And so I feel like that's important because it also makes you like think, oh. I guess with that perspective, like that does make sense. How this is just what they do.
Right,
so,
that's what I was trying to say.
And so while Saltburn guy is freaking out, and he is annoying. I mean, his voice is so annoying. He's like, are you guys crazy?
And
he's like, don't jump, don't jump.
Don't do it. Don't. And then
like they're gonna listen to you, right?
Bro, he's from the UK, and like it comes in and out. Like he speaks like American at times, and he has that accent. He has like 2 different accents he switches from, and I don't know, I could just really go on the rant about why I don't like him. He's in Saltburn, Gran Turismo, and I saw him in the show called C. Hated him and everything. Bad person.
Bad person.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that is justifiable, but at the same time, like, is it crazy? Like, there's this resulting in death. Like putting someone in a nursing home. While it is bizarre, like, hey, I can't take care of you every day, so we have this person that like getting paid to do it. Not to like knock anyone else's culture, but it's not like a super like I don't know, just like a far jump from what we do to what they do.
Yeah. And I don't remember what country they were in.
Norway.
I thought it was Sweden.
Sweden?
Sweden?
It might be
Sweden. I'm not good on.
Sweden's a country. Yes,
I also thought like in terms of like the story, the thing that really like I don't know, it just felt like what's like the plot. Is it just them going to the cult? Because they do that thing where like the thesis, like where Christian and the guy are like competing to do the thesis on this cult.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, because it's like a thriller, like horror cult movie. But I'm watching like these 2 people like talk about like, no, I will do the thesis. And then he's like, when he dies, and he's like, they lose the book or whatever. And he's like, I mean, I'm so sorry for him. He definitely stole that book, but I'm more than happy to find him. Like it's like why is this like a high school like plot line right now?
Because he's a terrible person, Christian. He's like I've in class, people are always like they have certain names of people and like they can relate back to people in other films where this is the worst character I've ever seen. This was the unreliable narrator. I've never been able to remember characters. I'm gonna remember him. This is like the worst person I've ever like encountered. He forgot his girlfriend's birthday. He actually hates her. He talks about her with his friends.
You can just see it on his face. Even when she's like crying after her mother died, you can just see on his face going like
he didn't care at all.
Because he knew he wanted to leave her. Now he's like, I can't.
Question mark?
He's like, he can't leave his girlfriend anymore. And I know he wanted to. But he's like, man, I'm stuck with this. Because all she does is cry. And it sucks.
All she does is cry.
I mean, he probably thinks that. And he stole his friend. And he stole Josh's idea for the thing.
Been so mad.
Yeah. Yeah, the characters are very not likable. I think the only likable characters are Will Poulter because he's just kind of like this goofy guy who's just
I
like
love
doing whatever.
him.
And then I guess Florence Pugh, just because you feel bad for her.
Mm-hmm.
Ashanti, what do you think of the characters specifically?
I thought they were interesting. Like, I thought they all had their own little thing, except for Simon and Connie. I feel like they were just there just to be added in there. Like, they didn't really give anything to the movie at all.
No, I don't know. Granted, I think it's like horrifying, like being there and not knowing these people, and they're just acting strange. I mean, I feel like I see people in this building sometimes that I just don't know what the heck they're doing.
Oh,
most
that's
of the
definitely
time.
happened to me before. But Pele, though, he was interesting. The one who actually invited them.
Yes,
That's because he was trying to sneak on his girl.
he was.
That's why I was confused. I was like, how did he get her to come in the first place?
Christian and her boyfriend invited her, but Pele, he was just trying to like mac on her, like just talk to her and like
Yeah,
get
but
her.
I want to know, like, if his whole plan was for her to be May Queen that entire time.
I think so.
Because she wasn't invited at first in the first place.
But they brought
That
her.
makes sense.
They brought it up in front of her, so she kind of he had to like tell.
Didn't that guy
Christian?
the guy who's like from the cult? Didn't he invite her
No, he didn't
or
invite
bring
her.
it up at
He
first?
brought it. He said he wanted her to come, but Christian never told her. So Christian told her before Pele.
Oh, okay.
So, but the plan to make her May Queen, I don't know because he didn't invite her first. But
Right, that's what I was confused about.
Yeah,
But
I guess. I don't know. I guess I'm sounding very like weird about this movie just because the vibes are just so weird.
No, they are.
And I think it's just like the way it's like visually like presented, because like I'm watching people play Ring Around the Rosie and I'm sitting there and I'm just like what happening right now? And by the end it's like, oh, the Queen May. It didn't look very hard to become May Queen or whatever.
No,
it is.
I think it was hard. Like, you keep dancing the entire time. Like, imagine y'all doing that. Dancing around in a circle without stopping. If you stop, then you're out. You're not May Queen anymore.
Oh
Isn't that so
no!
hard?
oh man,
Doesn't that seem
darn
hard?
it. Darn it! That stinks.
I'm
Oh,
not May
God.
Queen. I can't tell people when to eat and sit down.
Oh my gosh. I will say the one thing that like made me just go like, oh my God, was one, the scene where Will Poulter's face is peeled off and like on the one guy's face when what's his name, Connie, when he tries to
Connie's
steal the
girl,
book.
Simon.
Oh, Josh.
Josh, when he tries to steal the book, and then like it comes out and you just see like,
Oh yeah,
and
like
it's, like,
from the
blood all over
you see him
his-
from
yeah.
from the above angle, yeah.
and I was like, oh my God. And then the other thing was just that girl that is like trying to, sleep with Christian, the redhead girl that they're like, I was just like, oh, and the hair and the
And the
That was nasty.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
what's wrong with Christian though, because he continued to like eat it
Dude.
and also drink the drink.
Yeah,
did.
It's
the
offered
second
to him.
time.
Yeah, the second time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just making the most out of his trip, but still, you
God.
can't Harry a drink. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, like he knew what was happening.
Did we ever find out what was actually in the drink when they were mushing up? Was it bugs or something?
I don't think so. No.
I don't know. I feel like it was some different movie. They
Was it? Oh no, bugs.
like when they were mushing up in the drink, and they had like the little bowl and the.
It was probably just shrooms, I feel like.
I don't know. I'm thinking of Snowpiercer, but I don't think that's what you're talking
I think
about.
that's that. I
where
think
where they make like the little bars and they figure out.
bro, that's what I'm thinking.
Is
Of.
it- okay, I didn't know.
I didn't know if it was this movie or another one, but they were mushing up. It wasn't revealed to it, but it had to have been some crazy, like probably drugs or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, we never did talk about the act. Well, I guess we kind of meshed it in.
I think the acting's like fine for what it is. I think Christian's actor does a good job of making you hate him because I think
Yeah,
that's the point.
definitely.
And the scene where he's like running around naked, like at the end when he's just
Holding
like
his gooch.
yeah, just running out butt naked in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
and Florence Pugh is crying, and that whole scene where everybody's like yelling with her.
Yeah, no, that's weird. They like mimic her emotions. Like everyone though. Even
Yeah.
when they were like on fire too. When Christian was on fire.
Yeah. I
Oh
don't know.
yeah,
Maybe I can't even put a label on that, but yeah, when they were
That's
doing
weird.
the fire, when they were doing the deed,
When she was crying.
she was crying because her boyfriend was cheating on her. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. If that's about.
in a very weirdly grand fashion with everyone around. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh
I
God.
don't understand. Do
That's
you guys know what she said like after they were done, like the teenage girl when she was rocking back and forth on the ground?
I can feel the baby.
Yeah. I didn't have subtitles on, so I didn't know what she said.
Oh,
the
yeah.
second time.
that's just
Yeah,
Oh.
she,
that's
and then she's
that's,
like, hold on, let me
That makes
keep it
me-
in there. I'm like,
that's
oh,
disgusting.
dude.
And then he just runs out, he's like-
yeah.
Dude,
holding his
yo,
holding his,
if he was alive, if they kept him alive, do you think he was gonna raise that baby?
well, what were they gonna do
I
with him
mean-
if she chose to keep him alive? if Florence Pugh chose to keep
him there. Whoa.
Because he was drugged and he couldn't move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Been a
And-
statue. They could have him, put him on the wall like people do bears.
I guess.
I don't know.
Were you shocked when she chose to kill him in the end? To like burn him with everyone else?
Yeah, actually.
You were shocked?
A little bit, because I mean, she seems really sensitive, so to kill someone off command, like you're not even doing it. Well, I guess it's not that hard to have someone kill someone for you, but I definitely didn't think she was going to kill that guy.
I didn't think so either. What do you think? So when you were first watching it, were you kind of just like...
To kill Christian?
Yeah.
I think like maybe in her head it was a way to like save him, because who wants to just sit and look around without being able to speak?
I thought it was going to wear off.
That's how I feel in class
Wear off?
right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
In
how I
that
feel,
class.
Yeah, that's how I feel in a certain class right now.
I didn't say that, professor, if you saw that.
I don't care.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't think that was going to be permanent. I thought he was just going to...
Really?
I thought it was going
Slowly
to wear off.
Yeah. Or like slowly start moving again. Like
Yeah. I didn't think so.
And also something with the end, something that I like thought was just strange and like kind of out of nowhere is they like it's like the people, the Americans, and then it's just these two other cult people that they're sacrificing. At the end, and they give him this thing where it's like you won't feel a thing, and then they start burning. They're like, and I'm like, what the hell was that? Like they didn't.
What was it? One of them wouldn't feel fear, one of them wouldn't feel pain. I was trying to keep up with that because the one guy was just sitting there. I think only one of them screamed or screamed.
Was it only
Screamed.
one? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was.
It was only one. I think that was the one that said he wouldn't feel fear.
Okay.
So he could feel the pain, all the fire.
I'd rather feel the fear than the pain, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't get to choose.
Oh, you don't get to choose?
Okay.
Nah, he just handed him. You get this, you get that, and
That's a crap.
He didn't-
That's a crap deal.
yeah. And Christian, he didn't even get it.
He gets the worst out of anything. He
Just-
feels everything. He
He can't even yell. it.
yeah.
Big bear suit. I wonder if it's more hot if he's in it.
Oh,
That makes
definitely
sense.
the wolf.
Isn't that,
or
isn't
not
that
the wolf.
Isn't that
I'm
the
just-
point?
stupid.
Isn't it
Yeah.
supposed to like boil him? Like
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That's-
That's
you
like
can't-
those old like torture techniques that they did.
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Where at?
Where they used
Where
to-
at?
where-
Yes, you know what I'm talking about?
They used to put you in a bear suit. And,
It seems like it's like one of them. Like one of them was like you going like.
I think there's a reason you picked this movie for this week. I
That's
don't know.
messed
No,
up.
it seems like it. Cause
Oh, it
there's-
seems.
Yeah,
Oh.
like an old torture technique. That's
Oh.
definitely one of them. Cause another one, like you get put into like a horse and then you get burned.
Oh, it seems like you know a lot about cult
Yeah.
life.
I do
Strange.
not. I do not.
You did earlier
Wow.
say you joined this if you could.
I would try it.
Okay.
I could be May Queen.
Ayo.
You guys think I could be May Queen?
No.
Why? Why? You guys don't think I can be May Queen?
No.
Or not?
Jeez.
Uh,
Would you say that this is more, I guess, better in terms of quality or like shocking in terms of like the story than Hereditary? Hereditary, sorry.
I like this more than Hereditary.
Really?
Because Hereditary didn't really get that good for me until the end. It felt just a lot about story
Yeah.
and dialogue, and I'm sure there was like something I was missing. Some what were you talking about in class? Like how do you define it? Like underlying meanings and
Themes and stuff?
Themes, yeah, that's the word.
A point?
Yeah, and I just didn't get it until there wasn't a point until the end. Not even a point, just something that happened when scary stuff started coming out. And I remember I watched it at like 1, 2 in the morning, and that's when all the freaky stuff started happening. And I was like, oh snap, I have to pause it. I was like, yo, this is about to happen like right now. The latest it is in night.
Well, Hereditary ends up being with a cult too. by the end
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
So
I
it's-
didn't.
So it's like all these movies just end up being cults. It's like, oh, everything that happened, like there's
Yeah.
it kind of just, I don't know. I guess it takes away like the horror aspect for me because there's nothing to kind of like find out. It's just kind of like, this is the way it is. You know what I mean? Like Hereditary, you're kind of like wondering, like, why is this stuff happening? If that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're saying you wish you knew why this? I mean, it's just a cult. I mean,
No, I know. I think that's like, because it's not a horror movie. I don't think
I would not.
it's like
classify
a
this.
thriller,
Thriller.
cult,
Thriller.
thriller cult movie.
It is
And
defined as a horror.
I feel like with cult movies, I just don't really, I don't know. There's no horror-esque thing. Like if it's something like Michael Myers and like Halloween, for example, there's like no explanation for why he's like that. And it's kind of like intriguing to like wonder what that's about. Where this one, it's kind of like the cult, it is how it is. You know, there's like, so I'm not like surprised when something happens because like it's already under the umbrella of it being like weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when they do something that's like they're naked or something like that, I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
well, that's an Ari Aster staple at this point. So it's like I'm not really surprised. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I know some people like you like cult movies, or do you just like this one?
This is my only cult
Cult
movie
movie?
I've seen.
You're a cult member, right?
I just don't think so. I
You
just
don't think so? By law, you have to say that.
By law. But I guess that's my opinion. I don't know if you guys feel the same about that in terms of like how it like changes the way you see it as like a scary movie.
Kind of. No. I like cult movies. 1BR. I don't know if you guys seen that. It was about some housing place, and they were all part of a cult. But I don't know. I just like how I like one location movies. So
Okay.
and those are usually 90 minutes. I don't know why this one took 2.5 hours. I'm not
Oh
mad
my-
at it though. Well, all right. Talk about that because Drew
Wow.
texted me this morning, and he was like, "Yo, let's do this movie." And I was like, "We're doing this. I planned this a week ago," and I was kind of surprised that you finished it. To be honest,
This was
it's two-
this morning.
I finished the
Watched
movie
it.
I told you about. or
Did you
this
Did you
one?
watch it?
I had seen this like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I did send him the wrong movie though, and I was like, yeah, you're right. We were gonna talk about Midsommar, and I just remember it from memory.
Yeah.
Even though through this conversation, I feel like I've forgotten like so much.
Yeah.
No, there is a lot going on. To be honest. Well, let's talk about. We didn't even answer your question. How we feel about cults? I like cult movies. I like one location movies and just stuff happening around this one location that makes it what it is.
Uh-huh.
I'll keep it at that. What are your thoughts?
I like this one because it's a cult. Like, I want to know, like, it's different. Like, I want to know how they got there, like, through history, you know? Like, it just didn't just, like, appear there. Like, I want to know, like, their thoughts behind it and, like, why they do what they do. Like, you were talking about the same kind of, with, like, horror movies. I feel like it's the same with this. Because, yeah, it's just there, but I want to know, like, why they chose to do that, like, all their rules and stuff. Like, you know, the book that Mark and, like, I forgot the other guy's name.
Christian.
No, the black guy.
Josh.
Josh, like, like looking at, like, I want to know, like, how that came to be and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like it.
Do they
Lord.
ever find the book by the end of it?
I don't think so.
What
You know
did?
what? I thought they lied about.
I think they lied about it.
Yeah, they lied about them
Josh
losing
never
it.
took the book because
Yeah.
they killed
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah.
So
They were also lying. I think when Connie, they said he drove her to the station.
Oh, they definitely lied about that.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
He's already
hate to.
dead by then.
Isn't it kind of crazy how like, cause we never get an explanation on how some of them died,
Yeah,
and there's
We
like,
like Mark.
eh,
I wonder
Yeah,
how
we don't-
Mark died.
Mark.
Will Poulter.
Will
Because
Poulter.
that
He
one
just-
girl takes him
Yeah,
into
he
the
just
woods.
took him away. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was
He
not.
never
He
came
was like,
back.
oh, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
And-
Yeah. Never
that's
saw him alive again.
yeah. Well, I assume I know one thing they did to him because of the blood stains on his pants.
yeah.
Poor guy. Poor
That's so
guy.
Oh man, that sucks.
That's what a way to go. Actually, I guess there's not. I guess I'll ask this: What's the preferred way to die as a character? What if you were a character that died in this movie? How would you want to go
I
out?
was gonna ask this.
That's crazy.
How would I want to die?
Not Christian.
Dang, I was gonna say.
Were you gonna say Christian?
Yeah, because all he did was get that stuff blown.
But you can still feel everything.
That is true.
Christian. You said when
The bear.
Yeah.
When he's in the bear.
When
Yeah.
when they blew the stuff in his face and he was like basically paralyzed.
well, would you consider that his death or the fire?
The fire.
I mean, his life already over.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
guess.
So how would I want to die?
Probably Josh. He gets a quick head.
Yeah, that's true.
Head
Josh.
done.
Yeah.
Mark probably got his thing cut off and like tortured,
Definitely.
and then
We never know how Simon died either. They just drove him away, right?
Did you see that he was hanging up? Like,
the Saltburn guy.
they like took apart his
Oh,
back.
yeah,
and his
yeah.
organs
Yeah,
or
no, no, no.
something.
With flowers in his eyes.
No, that's horrible.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
I think
going
that's the worst one.
what happened to the Connie girl? Or not Connie, or it might have been Connie.
Yeah,
like his
Connie.
girlfriend.
Yeah, we never
We don't know what happened to her.
never
either.
find out. He was just missing. Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? I would take Josh, frankly.
Yeah, I agree on Josh.
Yeah, it can be Josh.
Give me Josh. I want to get bludgeoned in the head rather than anything else.
I'm thinking about how
Quick.
Mark died.
So that was him, like, at the top when you're looking at it from below. When Josh got pulled away, that was Mark, like in the
That was
skin thing.
that was
was-
Mark's skin, but I think that was the guy who killed him. Like he like put Mark's face on his face because he has
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And for some reason he's wearing his clothes. I don't know why that was
Right.
that was kind of bizarre.
For
but
some reason, I feel like Adrian Brody would fit in this.
Adrian
I just
Brody
don't think so.
as like the cult leader.
Something. I don't know. I just feel like he could work in here somewhere.
I think Jesse Plemons could work here.
I think he can fit in anything weird, to be honest.
Jesse Plemons is like the leader.
Yeah, I could see it. Nah, he's too American. He just looks too. Nah, is he? I don't even want to look that up.
His name's like Bjorn in the movie.
Yeah, Bjork. But what do you guys think about the death scenes? Like, and those are like the first when they jump off the cliff and stuff, and that's kind of like I think that's one of the most vulgar ways I've seen some. I think that's the most vulgar thing I've seen in a movie.
I was just gonna say that.
Slow motion.
Yeah.
And you see it so many times too. After that,
I will say the build up to that scene is pretty good because you get to see like the whole ceremony and everything, and you're kind of like wondering like, oh, like what is like gonna happen? Then once you get to the cliff, you just kind of know.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're expected to like. You're not expecting to like see the full thing. And everybody's just. I love Christian's face because he's like.
yeah.
And then they do it, and I was very because he's the one who says the line like, "Oh, they think it's weird that we put people in nursing homes," because he was like not affected at all, like when they're falling down, like everyone else is like, and he's just kind of like he's like, oh,
he's like, oh,
and like looking at him like, what the heck? I'm like, this is weird. Mark went, which that was weird. Mark just went back and took a nap.
He was tired after dinner.
I thought for a second like that was gonna lead to something because he comes back there and he goes, God, you're telling me I took a nap and I missed the best part or something like that. And I'm like, I wonder if that actor like had to like go for something
like in real life. Like,
yeah, I wonder if he had to like leave because that just seems weird that a major character
Right.
is like not there for like one of the biggest shock value moments.
Especially him, because I would want to see his reaction to that.
Yeah, because he was the most expressive.
Yeah.
I think that him leaving, I think the Saltburn guy like replaces him as that like.
Oh, was supposed to happen.
Because if you have both of them there, they're just gonna start yelling and being more annoying than.
I could see that for sure.
Don't jump! Don't jump! Oh,
he's
jumps.
so goofy for that. Like they're gonna listen to you.
Yeah. But everyone's like, please calm down. He's like screaming. I thought they were gonna kill him then and there.
Yeah, same. Yeah. No, they kind of foreshadowed that happening though. Because when Danny was asking about what happens after age 72, you guys remember that?
Yeah.
With Pele? And he was like, yeah.
Gosh.
Just know that's going to happen. That's kind of cool, though.
Oh, snap. 72, the 27 Club.
What?
Backwards?
Yeah, 27 Club.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here, backwards.
Is that still an ongoing, like, conspiracy?
I think so.
I would say so.
Did Amy Winehouse die at 27?
Yeah.
Around there.
I knew her documentary just came out. That's completely off topic.
It's the 27 Club, right?
Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
Mac Miller died around there.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that this movie is... Because I know this movie is pretty much, like, labeled as, like... What's the word? The most... what's the word? Like, the most crazy movie, you know, that's come out in, like, recent years. Like, kind of like, oh, my gosh, have you seen Midsommar? It's too much. You know, I don't think it's that bad. In terms of, like, the content and, like, the gore or just the weirdness of it. I think it's pretty...
It's not tame. It is extra, though. Like, I've seen Hostel, and Hostel's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. Call me a hater.
I put on the same spectrum as Bavarian. Yeah, I think they're just both really weird movies.
Mm-hmm.
Bavarian didn't have a lot of gore in it, though, did it?
It did, yeah, a little bit.
Bavarian? Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen Bavarian, but I've heard of it.
I rewatched it a little bit ago, yeah.
But
definitely Midsommar somewhere. Yeah, look it up real quick.
Bavarian had gore?
Look that up.
Yeah.
Fam. Don't be shy.
Look up. Bavarian was just a weird movie. I think it's weirder than Midsommar.
I've seen Bavarian twice, but I didn't think it was...
It definitely had some gore in it.
I don't remember any gore in this movie.
I swear it had gore.
Oh my goodness.
I just know they were lost and they were trying to get out that house.
It's way more to it than that.
I don't think there was any bloodshed or like nothing crazy, but
nothing like this movie.
Yeah.
No like full on male nudity.
Yeah.
There is in this one.
That's always so crazy to me when they put a man's...
They do the same thing in Hereditary at the end.
Yeah. That part's always crazy to me. And because it's so rare, I think, I don't know.
For movies to like show that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Especially like in broad daylight and like.
Dude, yeah. And he walks out, he runs out first and then he decides to cover up after one person sees him. Like,
I mean, he's not all the way there.
Yeah, he got like drugged and
yeah.
that whole scene like where it, like I said, it's that long table and like he like gets drugged or whatever and he like gets up. I'm like, oh God, here we go. I'm like this is
so nasty.
This is where things are about to get freaking so strange. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys like, is it not like mind-blowingly crazy to you guys, or
I wouldn't say crazy.
Maybe I'm desensitized to just
I think
weird
so
stuff.
too. I've seen a bunch of weird.
Yeah. So to me, it's like a walk in the park.
I definitely would tell my friends to watch it though. Like, oh, this is weird. Like, you should definitely watch this. Like, just to get like just something to talk about. You know, it's a movie that you should talk about.
Gotcha.
That makes it like have a conversation about. Yeah.
Let's start a dialogue about Midsommar.
Literally.
Drew Britton called it Midsommar. I've always been thinking. I don't know. I've always been thinking like, I thought it was Midsummer.
Yeah, I just call it Midsommar.
Yeah.
Midsommar. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't. Yeah, you seen Midsommar?
Yeah.
No, I've seen Midsummer though. But yeah, what are we giving this rating out of 5?
I would probably get, since I am well aware that I've just been talking complete crap about it. But it does look good though. It is one of the more good looking movies.
I like that scene when he blew the stuff in his face, and
isn't that like where his like eyes like
and
it's like the POV of them like closing his eyes.
I like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5 seems too high for what I've said. I'll give it a 3 out of 5. Mostly to like the aesthetic. I feel like they do the aesthetic and like the acting's pretty good and the colors. The colors are the best part.
They're very pretty.
It's not very vibrant. I mean, it's vibrant, but it's not
only
exclaimed.
the flowers.
Yeah, it's not exclaimed like in what's something we've seen. I mean, obviously they're all there, but in certain movies, most of it's like La La Land.
That's true.
Like
that's true.
Yeah, those were crazy. And I'm not saying I'm not knocking what this is going on because this is still very vibrant and expressive too. But I would give this a 4. 4. Good acting. I think anything A24 comes out with, they gave me one dog movie. I can't think of it right now, but they gave me one movie I will never go back to.
Lamb? Is that the one where the
No.
goat turns into a person?
I haven't seen everything they've come out with.
We'll just wait till Midsommar 2.
That's
The
not
sequel.
true.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be nuts though?
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
They don't need a second one.
But yeah, give it a 4.
What would you give it, Ashanti?
I would say 4 too, definitely. I'm not like a movie girl, so like anything that entertains me is pretty good.
It's
to
good
me.
enough,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're just completely negative about the movies.
Yeah.
We do always like I personally always talk crap about it, and then by the end I'm like, well, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, oh, there we go.
Been trying to be more
Positive, and I failed today.
It's cool. We got we got like 2 more weeks.
That's true.
Or no, what?
What, 3?
Yeah, after
2?
this episode, 2.
That is true.
I don't know if we do finals week. I don't think we really do finals week.
I don't think so.
Nah, but
Finals week will already be a train wreck for me to make sure I get everything done.
Gosh, man, 2 more episodes with Drewski, guys.
That's true. And then Ashanti's gonna take my place, right?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Negative.
My dude, my girl, talk movie.
That's just
Wow.
That
That's
doesn't
just
flow.
not. That's just wow. Well, I
I give
guess
you
It
a
didn't
one?
flow. It didn't
Can
flow
you?
well.
if there's ever a way to just solidify.
It's too late now. Too late now.
There it is.
There we go. Never too late for a one.
But yeah, thank you, Ashanti, for coming on, talking about Midsommar. I hope
you
you
for having
Midsommar. I don't
Midsommar.
really know. Hope you had a good time.
I did. Thank y'all for having me. It was fun.
No problem. I don't really know what we haven't really planned on what our next week's movie is because I feel like these last 2 need to be grand. We could talk about The Bear. We could talk about The Bear. We could. It is my pick next week, so
It is your
we
pick.
could talk about The Bear. So that just might be what we do. But
right.
yeah, that has been the episode over Midsommar. I don't know. I'm just going to call it Midsommar. I hope you've enjoyed it. We have. And that has been the Two Dudes Talk Movies podcast over Midsommar. See you next week with our next movie.
See ya. Bye.
Ta-ta.